Welcome everybody. Are we in an unstoppable bull market? Because this thing just keeps going and going and going. And I read on Twitter every day about 48 reasons why the market is about to die. Yet it keeps on going, as JR has predicted many times. He's been steadfastly bullish. And yeah, this bull market has not died today. So JR, how are you doing today? How are you feeling? You're feeling good? You're positive, ready to get up and at 'em?
Mr. Wonderful, what's going on?
Awesome. Okay. All right. So big news today. Not sure it's big news that qualifies. So, we have this light ADP number and mixed ISM report. Market basic, is chewing this stuff and spitting it out. So, what's your take, I guess, on the broader markets here?
The market wants to go low. The market wants to go higher. You had that big wick on the hourly retest of 5303. We had a big level 5303 this morning as a potential area of secondary support, and off the data you got that big shakeout bar, and buyers came in. You had no sellers under 5300. And we've been steadily higher ever since. The key levels beyond that we were watching was 5313, took that out, and then 5333. Our final target on the day was 5342, and we tagged that and then some.
Okay, all right. So let's back up for a second. So on a philosophical level, do you care about what any of these economic numbers actually are, or are you just waiting to see how the market reacts?
I mean, if I was a data chef, and I really appreciated the fine art of cooking books, I would care. But because I'm a trader.
Okay, in fine art of cooking books, do you mean as in the Chicago guys just making stuff up and putting them in these economic numbers?
Imagine you ran a business and you had to run a quarterly report and you kept on constantly revising your numbers. How long would you be not fired for?
I don't know, but I've seen economic work stuff done up closely, and it's very close to sausage making.
It is. I don't think. Look, the market cares about rates, and interest rates and inflation. Those are the things that the market really cares about, and there's been no significant change in that equation for the past few weeks. We have semiconductors and the AI craze continuing to lead us higher. It's a mixed picture in the S&Ps today as far as the sectors. Okay, it's not all ponies and unicorns. Energy and financials are under pressure. Consumer staples are under the gun, along with utilities. You had a rough start for healthcare and materials as well, but it seems to me like tech and semiconductors continue to drive the market higher. Okay. There's also some renewed optimism about a July rate cut that's been making the rounds, so it's probably not hurting matters.
So as far as the possible July rate cut goes, do you share that optimism?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about these our friends, the semiconductors. Now we know you've been bullish on Nvidia. It looked like it was going to tag 1200 today. I don't know if it actually hit 1200, but it's like
30 cents away.
Almost there. We can do that.
12 cents away. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, but we've seen a lot of the other AI related names have fallen off a little bit. Like I looked before, SMCI, Dell, Broadcom, AMD, et cetera. They've sort of either been going sideways or down. Some of them like Dell really crapped out after earnings, but Nvidia just keeps on going. Does that concern you at all that it's like, we've heard the bears yapping about narrow market led by AI and semis, and now like that AI and semi group, that itself seems like it's compressing, at least temporarily, into just Nvidia.
So they're right. How's that short going?
You mean how's that Nvidia short going?
Yeah, or how's that market short going?
Well,
I mean, you can be right fundamentally. We're going higher on, in many ways narrowing breadth, but it doesn't seem to be making much of a difference. So you can
yeah,
be right all you want, but if the chart says we're going higher, buckle up, hang on to your pantaloons, Bubba. We're going higher.
yeah. No, I mean in terms of possible danger ahead. It's like, I mean, a lot of these arguments are the same old, like, oh, it's a low volume rally, low quality stocks, which is all translation. I'm not participating or I'm losing money. It's a lot of it's like a big cope. But as far as does any of this stuff concern you as far as the broader trend goes?
Yeah, of course. It's the market. There's supposed to be danger ahead. Otherwise, it wouldn't be the market.
Does the danger make it more fun?
It makes it more profitable.
How so? How so? Tell us about that. Well, how does danger make things more profitable for you?
Well, we want as much volatility as possible, right? As day traders, we want wild volatility swings off of key levels, and that's what we do every day. So danger is good.
So is the worst case scenario for you one of those? Okay, all right. How about this? Would you rather have a smooth uptrend or violent back and forth?
Uh, I mean, I would personally have a smooth uptrend, but those days are over for now. I mean, we had 12, 13 good years of that. We're at a different stage of the market. It's going to take a few years to unwind the quantitative easing sugar high we had from Bernanke and Yellen.
You mean it can't just like go on forever?
You can't just go on forever. The market always changes. This is what we got now. It's good. It's making us money. At some point, we're going to have a very smooth uptrend and more volume in the markets, more exuberance. For now, we continue to climb a wall of worry, and it's okay. Every market has a different personality. If you're a day trader, you have to adapt, overcome, and hopefully succeed.
What personality would you assign to this market?
I would say it's whimsical and trepidatious.
I would have gone with Keith Richards. It's been going for a
A lot
long
of
time.
hangovers.
It's a little shaky. Some some rough nights along the way, but it's going way further than people think it should.
Yeah,
Okay,
look, if you're a technical trader, Michael, and you're good at outlining levels. I mean, this market has really a ton of opportunities. This morning we told the room, if we take out 458 and a quarter triple Qs, hang on to your pantaloons. We're going to 460 and a half. We got that scalp. We said, price acceptance over 53.13 this morning. And the necklet and break at 53.24 gets you 53.42. And level, the technicals are working. It's just, if you're a continuation type trend trader and you like to hold positions for a long time, days, weeks, or months, this is a tougher market.
Okay, let's switch gears for a second to sort of related topic, but gold. You've had this gold 3,000 target, and over like last 7 or 8 months, gold has been pretty amazing, and our friends in the gold cult have gone. I don't say that to be demeaning. I'm in at least 3 different sector related cults myself, so I'm not insulting anybody. I'm as dumb as anybody else. Um, are how do you so you have this sort of macro view on gold? How do you actually play it? Is it just buy GLD and hold on to your hats or your pantalones, as you would say?
My pantaloons. Yeah. So in my long-term portfolio, I have GLD, I have AGI, I have a few gold positions, and they're all doing just fine. If you're a day trader, you probably want to be looking at the gold futures. They move really well. or the GLD. I don't like how the gold miners move as much personally. I like to stay closer to the futures and spot gold. But yeah, that's how I like to play it.
Okay, so
I'm very,
when you're forming these long-term forecasts, are you doing them purely on a technical basis, or are you thinking about the economy and inflation and so on and so on?
look, I'm not a trained economist, Michael. Uh, so I only play one on TV. But what I do see is a massive multi-year base breaking out. I see a new block of brick nations consolidating and uh, backing their move with gold. And there seems to be a lot of accumulation and reaccumulation in gold at every level. So it seems to me like gold is bound to go higher fundamentally. I hate to use that word as a technical trader, but ultimately, I look at the chart, I listen to the technicals, and the technicals say much higher.
You mind if I butt in with a little story about macroeconomists? I actually worked with um, a very, very good economist, very, very smart guy. He had a PhD from an Ivy League school, and the whole thing. And I used to work with him on developing forecasts, and basically we would fiddle around with the models until we got the number that management wanted to see. So he like laughed at the idea that like economic forecasting made any kind of sense, but it was like just part of the game. Okay, so for you, are you banking anything off, because we have the NFP numbers coming on Friday? Are you banking anything off that?
No, not at all. Uh, I think they may actually come in hot. That's my hunch, but we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, all right. Random note on because we've talked a lot about inflation in recent weeks, about like sort of structural pressures keeping prices up. And then randomly we saw Target comes out and says we're cutting prices on a whole bunch of stuff. Like, do you think anecdotes like that mean anything at all?
No, retail businesses are really complex, and their supply chain is even more complex. What matters, bottom line for us as citizens, is the price of fuel, the where the interest rates are, and the price of food and shelter. And those things don't look like they're coming down substantially. I think they're going to be way stickier than we think.
Okay, do you think though that like, because I think it's sort of on the ground with real people, not like Wall Street people or government people. It feels like everybody on the ground assumes that prices are just going to go up forever because people have been beaten so big damn hard at the supermarket and the gas pump and the plumber and the house insurance bill, rising mortgage rates, et cetera, et cetera. Like,
Mhm.
is there any chance that it's like it's the other time that, or rather that it's time to take the other side of the bet and think that there is going to be some, if not, I mean, not necessarily deflation, but some type of moderation? Like, do you think there's a chance that we could be on the verge of some normalization of prices, or at least a trend?
I don't think so, personally. I mean, look, uh, not to quote Kathy Wood or anything, but she does have a point. I mean, a lot of people are saying this. With the advent of artificial general intelligence, you're going to have a lot of deflationary pressures in the sense that it's going to alleviate the worker shortages that we have, and it's going to make it's going to spike productivity through the roof. So that's going to be inherently deflationary. But I don't think we're there yet, and the pressures we currently face are highly inflationary.
Okay, I think that's like it's an interesting topic because the Wall Street Journal, they had an article recently saying AI may not be a job killer um, at all. And like I know from experience, having tried a million AI apps, that basically claim to do the job of a video editor or a graphic designer, and they suck like almost across the board. They're horrible. The music ones are actually pretty good, but most of the do you think the power of AI could be overstated, at least in the short term, say the next like 3-4 years?
Yeah, but I think it's understated in the short term, but it's also understated in the long term. The transportation industry, my kids will tell their kids that when they were little, they remember truck drivers and taxi drivers and Uber drivers, and they remember talking to a person when they called customer service. I mean, all those jobs are going to be machine based. I mean, imagine the productivity gain and the efficiency gain of having a fleet of trucks that drives from California to New York nonstop, that isn't restrained by 11 hours a day of driving, which is good for humans but terrible for shipping logistics.
All right, I'm gonna have to put on my trigger warning right now for everybody. I'm gonna put on like my Tucker Carlson hat right now.
Oh Lord!
All right.
Okay, here we go.
I will say this.
I'll be the Alex Jones to your Tucker Carlson. Send it.
Okay. Are there any frogs in the room or anything? Okay. My
They are.
father.
They're turning gay. Let's go.
Because my father was a truck driver, and like he earned a great living, and raised a family on that. And truck driving specifically is a very important occupation, especially for men. Like for working class men that just want to make a good living. Do you think it's bad for society if that kind of stuff just goes away?
So that seems to be Tucker Carlson's main thesis, right? We have a whole generation of blue collar workers who have been undermined, underpaid, and are going through a crisis of meaning. Yeah, it's terrible. People need work to be fulfilled.
And like, do you think? Because like I mean, because logically, having robots taking care of like if trucks only like drove overnight or did most of them, like it like logically it makes sense. It would just make everything run better, and like, or maybe even traffic could be distributed throughout the day to keep all the highways running faster.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot where I was going with this. I think I'm having a brain fart again.
Okay, Tucker.
It was a rough night last night, but yeah, but I am a little by. I am personally worried about taking job opportunity, especially for men who want work to feel fulfilled. But
look, I mean, people in the 1800s were very worried about similar things, and it's not like we were running out of jobs in the 30s, 20s, 30s, and 40s. I think this is the time for our leadership class, which has been totally on top of things, to really start thinking about retooling our workforce and our economy. And I don't mean learn to code. I mean, learn to adapt to the new economy that's coming in. I think it's going to be the greatest wealth creation opportunity of our lifetime, the next 10 to 20 years. It doesn't mean that robots are taking over, killing everyone, and there will be no work. I think it just means that there's going to be opportunities, tremendous opportunities for humans that we haven't seen yet.
Okay, and all right. So I posed a question to Scott Redler and David Prince over the last few weeks. So if I could give you $1 million in any stock right now, you have to hold it for 5 years. It could be anything you want, or it could be a crypto or whatever. What would you take?
This is going to be unpopular. Everyone's expecting me to say Nvidia. I'm going to say Tesla. I think Tesla's brutally undervalued here.
Okay, what makes Tesla undervalued?
I think the AI and robotics component of Tesla uh, their their cloud technology and everything else they're working on. The robotaxi fleet alone, they're going to make Uber completely extinct if they don't adapt. They're going to lead transportation, lead robotics. I think they're going to crush it.
Yeah, I'm dreaming of a Tesla robot that can like clean out my refrigerator. I would pay big money for that alone. Okay,
Designated
so
driver, baby.
okay, all right. So we've been on for 20 minutes, but we have covered quite a bit of ground today, and we will be back next week, and we will discuss all these wide-ranging issues and more. We didn't even touch quantum mechanics today, which is very, very sad. Everybody's missing out.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you think we tag 5400 SPX by next week?
Yes.
Me too. All right, my man.
I have zero doubt this happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
Everybody
everybody.
buy something.
Oh, I own plenty of stuff. I don't know what should I buy. I don't know what to buy. Everything looks too. This is ironic. Okay, so you're gonna play my psychiatrist for a minute.
Okay.
I
Hold
think
on, let me
it's going.
smoke my pipe.
I think the market's going higher, but everything looks too high. How do I reconcile that? Anybody in the audience, feel free to chime in. I don't know how to reconcile these thoughts in my head.
Bring up a chart of the SPX for me.
Okay. Okay. I need a second. I don't have any chart stuff up. Okay, everybody just hold on to your. Do you say pantalones?
Pantaloons. Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of Spanish pantalones, but.
Yeah, they're the puffy pants the pirates wore.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah, they had notoriously bad belt loops.
Come on, stupid computer.
I can share my chart if you want.
Yep, you can do that. Hit present.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can select either your screen or a monitor. Actually, I got it now.
Okay.
Okay, folks. Apologize for the delay, but we will see the most beautiful. All right, actually, JR's is here. So what are we looking at?
All right. So now we're not in 2020 anymore. I understand that, but we keep seeing these cups and handles and base breakouts in the SPX over and over again. And to me, where we are right now, as far as I'm concerned, is another giant cup and handle base that's going to give us this measured move higher into 5,700, 5,800. Like two is about to manifest.
Manifest. I like that. Makes it sound like fate. So what should I buy? Should I go just buy the spies?
It's hard to go wrong buying the spies. I mean, I always like to buy market leadership, you know. It looks good. Hewlett Packard, HP had beautiful earnings. They're trading at what, 9 times earnings? Imagine they start pumping that as an AI play.
They just have. Yeah, they just have. I mean, look what Dell did with like 4 or 5% revenue growth. They just keep saying AI and it goes up.
Yeah, we're in Dell in the room. I'm still long Dell. We bought the dip. It's acting well, actually, intraday. It's acting really nicely. Meta looks really good also, Michael. Meta is putting in a new leg.
Okay.
Look at this. Let me show you this. Breakaway gap over the consolidation. We're fighting prior point of control. Once we get through top of value, I expect 530 to get taken out. Looks
Okay.
really good.
Okay. SPY, Dell, Meta, and Tesla for the next 5 years because we will have wonderful, beautiful Elon Musk robots.
Exactly.
Okay, everybody. This was, as always, fun times with JR. If you want to join JR's room where he lists out all the fun ideas, there's lots of Star Trek jokes. Jean-Luc Picard plays a very big role in the idea selection. You can go to t3live.com/jrlive, t3live.com/jrlive, $49 for your first month. And if you do this, you will have a good week. Your entire week will be awesome if you join.
Thank you, Captain.
Okay. Thank you, JR. Everybody, we will be back next week for more fun with JR. Have a great day.